In this video, I'm going to walk you through our campaign builder. Now, campaigns can be used for a variety of reasons, but typically they're used to reach out to a large group of people, whether it's to send them a single message or it is a long-term drip campaign. Now, first off, where do you find campaigns? You're going to find it right over here, campaigns. Now, when you get to this page, you're going to see two options, global campaigns and my campaigns. I'll just quickly touch on what the difference is. A global campaign is a campaign that someone with admin privileges can create and then share with the entire team. So any type of global campaign that is built out, it is meant to be used by all users on your team. They don't have to go out and create their own unique campaigns. Everyone is sharing the same thing. My campaigns are focused more on a user level. So if a user wants to go in and create their own unique campaign that is just used by them, not shared with anyone else on their team, they could do so under my campaigns. Now let's go through here, and I'm going to go ahead and create a campaign. But keep in mind, we have an entire insurance build out available to our users that is packed with done for you campaigns. All you have to do is ask for them. So if you want the campaigns, let us know. We'll load them inside your account. But in this video, I'm just going to walk you through building a campaign from scratch. Now, there's two different ways you can create campaigns. If you want a campaign that uses a variety of outreach options, this may be the best fit for you. If you just want to use email, direct mail, then this may be a better fit. Now, I'm going to choose the full featured option. All right, so we're inside of a campaign now. First thing we're going to do is we're going to give it a name. Now, just as an example, I'm going to build out a campaign that is designed to follow up with new leads. But again, campaigns can be used for a variety of use cases. Let's call it new lead follow-up. Now I'm going to select a phone number that I want to use. So any of my virtual numbers can be selected from this drop down here, and that's going to be used for any type of communication that is obviously phone related. I can choose a time zone for my campaign. Next, I'm going to tell the system what should happen if a message fails. So if I send out a message to someone and it comes back as like an invalid phone number or an invalid email, how should I treat that contact going forward? So what I can do, if I turn this toggle button on, it will not attempt to send to that contact anymore in this campaign because a message failed. Right down here, what if a contact responds to one of my messages? So in this scenario here, what you're doing is you're telling Pluto, if someone responds to my campaign, do I want to keep that contact in the campaign and send them the remaining drip messages that are in there? Or do I want to pause it if they respond and then I could restart it later? Or do I just want to completely take the contact out of the campaign because they responded? Choose any of those. Now there's use cases for all of these. But let's say you're doing like a long-term drip campaign and you send out a message that says, have a great weekend. And they just reply back with thank you. Well, you don't want to remove them from the campaign because they simply replied back. You want to keep messages going out to them. So in that type of scenario, you'd want to keep it going. Another scenario might be, let's say you're reaching out to a brand new lead and they respond to your very first text message. Now, maybe this particular campaign has 20 messages scheduled to go out over the next 2 weeks. Well, they replied to your first one. You've already opened that line of communication with them. So it wouldn't make sense to keep sending them message after message since they've already replied. So again, I just wanted to break down some use case examples for these. All right, next, what we're going to do is we're just going to build out our campaign. And one of the things that's really unique about Pluto is just the multiple communication options that you can use inside our platform. Maybe I want to send a text to someone. Come in there. And I can personalize it, do things like automatically insert their first name. All right, so I'm going to throw a text in there. And we're going to tell the system when should that text go out. Do I want it to go out immediately? Do I want to delay it a bit? Do I want to send it on a future day, a specific day? Is this like a birthday greeting I'm sending out? or maybe even a recurring option. Recurring would mean like, let's send this to the contact every 2 days at a certain time until they respond. But I'm going to choose immediately for this. If you want to test your message just to see what it looks like when it comes through, you can do so here. And I'm going to go ahead and save it. That's an example of a text. You'll see that's the start of our sequence. Maybe I want to add an email in there. Same thing, I could personalize the subject line if I wanted to. Now inside the email builder here, lots of different things you could use. This is your toolbar up here. You want to bold the text or put italics, highlight some text. Maybe you want to insert even like a GIF. You could do so. You could use emojis, insert media like a video. You could also use AI. You would just need to follow the prompts to connect this to your Open AI account or your Chat GPT account. And then it will help you with some options. You can insert links, pictures, all kinds of stuff inside of your emails. Same thing. When do I want this to go out? I'm going to say that I want this to go out, say 5 minutes later. And same scenario, if I wanted to test this email just to see what it looks like before I add it to my campaign, I could do so. And let's hit save. So now I got the start of my campaign going. I got a text going out. I got an email going out. Maybe I also want to throw in a video email. I love video email. Highly encourage you to use this. Well, let's do this. So we'll say video. Now, one little thing to note, when you do something like this where you note that there's actually a video inside of the email, you're going to get higher open rates. So just one little trick to think about. All right, so I gave it a subject. I could now come up here if I wanted to and record my video. So I can record live. I can upload a video from my computer. Or over time, if you start building out a lot of different videos, you can actually save them to a library and use them over and over again. So once you're done recording your video, you can add a little message to it as well. Same thing, you're always going to have these personalized options. And then when do I want this to go out? In this scenario, I'll say, let's go out day 2 at 8. That works for me. And I could test it again if I wanted to see what the video email looks like. Now this is going to fail because I didn't record a video, but you get the picture. Ringless voicemail. Maybe I want to throw a ringless voicemail out there to my client as part of my follow-up. Just call it test. This is just a test of a ringless voicemail being added to a new lead follow-up campaign. So I recorded my message there, I stopped it, and then you can see it's right here. If you want to listen back, you can. This is just a test. If it all sounds good, you're ready to go. If not, you can always re-record it. And I'll have this go out on, we'll say day 4 at 9 a.m. Okay, there it is. Call bridge. What this is a pretty unique feature, and let me kind of walk you through it. So a call bridge, what that is imagine that a new lead is put into this campaign. What a call bridge will do is it will call you or whoever the user is that's logged in the platform, and it will announce to them that they have a new lead. And it will say, press 1 to connect now. If you press 1, Pluto is going to dial out to that prospect to get them on the phone with you before they disappear and call your competitor. So this is a cool tool you can use to really increase your speed to contact so you get people very, very quickly on the phone. Direct mail, of course, we have postcard, note cards, and letters in the system. Postcards, there's a couple different sizes. We have some templates in here right now. We're going to keep adding more and more. And you can also create your own designs. At the time of this video, you don't see the Canva button here, but we're just waiting for our Canva integration to go live, and then you will be able to create your postcards in Canva and import them back into our platform as well. So you can send the postcards out as part of your sequence. And then there are also some additional items over here like webhooks and creating an activity for a user inside your team. So lots of different things you can do inside of a campaign. Now, one thing I'll note is you can be as elaborate with these campaigns as you like. You can actually build these campaigns to be up to 1,000 days long. So build it out, try the different communication mediums. Truth is, you never really know which way a prospect is going to respond or what their preferred communication medium is. So I encourage you to use all these different types. All right, so let's assume you got your contact or your campaign rather built out the way that you like. Now it's a matter of how do you get your contacts in here. So you could manually add a contact if you wanted to, or you could upload a CSV file right here. We also have a integration with Facebook lead ads. So you could set up your lead ads to throw the contacts directly inside the campaign. We have a Zapier integration as well. You can connect lead sources via API to the campaign. And then we also have integrations with several lead vendors out there. Now, keep in mind, if you don't see lead vendor there and you'd like us to work with them, just let us know and we can work on that. So that is how you build out a campaign. The last step really here is just to start that campaign and start throwing contacts in there. You guys have any questions as you're building out your campaigns, do not hesitate to reach out to us. And once again, keep in mind that we have an entire insurance build out that we can load inside your account that has ready to go campaigns.